And I mean, talk about repurposing. Actually, one of my proudest achievements was repurposing a chemotherapy for very, very serious arthritis. And the person had hypertrophic pulmonary osteoarthropathy, which is what it is, a horrible arthritis due to hormones produced by lung cancer.
Oh,
now,
okay.
At the time, the chemotherapy for lung cancer was not approved, as there was no evidence that it worked well. It was that long ago. Then slowly we started getting some evidence, but anyhow. So I said to the person, we know that this big tumour you've got, which had already had radiotherapy, and the cancer surgery was no longer an issue possible. So I said, the arthritis we actually know from papers is produced by a hormone being produced by the tumour. Why don't we give some chemotherapy to the tumour, not on the grounds we're going to cure the tumour, but if we can dumb it down so it stops producing that hormone, perhaps the arthritis will improve.
It's kind of a paraneoplastic effect, isn't it?
Yeah, paraneoplastic effect. Yeah. So I discussed it with the patient and said she couldn't even go to the toilet herself, so that's how bad the arthritis was. Horrible, horrible. Any rate, I discussed it with a consultant physician elsewhere, because I was basically operating as a consultant at the time, but not in that area. And then he kind of said, well, go for it, see. The pharmacist approved it. We gave her the chemotherapy. And 3 days later, when I did the ward round, she jumped off the bed, came up and gave me a wonderful big cuddle.
Not surprised, yeah.
It worked. I mean, it actually, even I was surprised at the extent of which it worked. Yeah. But so that type
that's just because you're using your intuition, your like tacit medical knowledge that you were allowed to do in those days.
Yes, but now you wouldn't be able to do that.
So you just leave your patient in bed suffering.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right. Well, while we're still sane, Professor, thank you so much as always.
Thank you.
Low dose naltrexone, LDN. It's going to become universal. It's just a case of how many people suffer till it becomes standard. And unless, of course, Big Pharma win and they get it banned like other drugs that could be mentioned. But, I guess the battle's on. But we've done our bit. We've spread the information that you've developed over decades, and we really appreciate it.
And if I could just point out, there are some books on LDN.
I must get that.
The LDN Trust. There's now 3 of them. I confess I have contributed to these.
Yep.
I'm staggered.
Have we got links for those, Gus?
There's 3 of them. Yes, the LDN Trust website has it.
Oh, right. LDN Trust website, right.
Yeah. And I am staggered that the amount of research that's been done in other conditions, particularly neurological.
Interesting.
I mean, there's really fascinating benefits, and I've given it to a cancer patient who had Parkinson's, and the Parkinson's improved, and they've been on Parkinson's for ages, and they said, and it's actually in that there are people working on the mechanism. So, how with all these other people so interested and excited by it, it's even more amazing that the vast majority of doctors say low dose naltrexone, never heard of it.
Yeah. and of course, anything we can use to reduce inflammation that's not a steroid is a good thing. I mean, the amount of people that quietly die from pneumonia on steroids, and it's never attributed. I'm sure it's in the thousands.
And of course, the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, they're all besieged with gastric problems. Yeah. Low dose naltrexone has none of that. Yeah. I mean, so it's really unique. That's because it targets this totally different pathway.
And targets many different pathways, including altering gene expression, which is just amazing. Amazing interaction between a simple molecule and this amazing system of emergent complexity that we are. Professor, thank you so much as always.
Thank you. Bye.